Unable to attend classes because of a 3-day strike in the second largest school district in the country. Support staff are leading this strike in Los Angeles, 35,000 teachers joining them in solidarity. The workers say that their salaries are so low that many are at risk of living on the streets. Carter Evans is covering this for us in Los Angeles. Carter, good morning.
Good morning, Tony. This is a school bus yard behind me, and as you can see, picketers are out in force here, and they're planning to be out in force around Los Angeles today. 30,000 workers for the union representing support staff like teachers' aides, bus drivers, custodians. They're planning to strike for 3 days. Also, teachers from the school district are planning to join in solidarity. So that means hundreds of thousands of kids will not be going to school for the next couple of days. Now, the news comes after failed negotiations between the district and the union earlier on Monday. The union wants a 30% raise. Now, they say average salaries for support staff total about $25,000 a year, and that puts many of them below the poverty line, especially when you factor in inflation and the rising cost of housing. The school district is countered with a 23% raise offer and a cash bonus and says the door is open to continue negotiations. Now, Los Angeles is the second largest school district in the country, so this is going to impact about.
Aren't LA teachers paid a lot more than support staff? LA teachers are paid more than the support staff, but LA teachers also are, actively showing solidarity, so the support staff get paid more. That's what's going on right now. The LA teachers are also, the LA teachers themselves are also, in talks, if I'm not mistaken, to also raise their salaries and maybe additional benefits as well. So, but this isn't the reason for the strike at the moment.
About 500,000 students, and in preparation for all of this, about 1,000 schools are going to be open today, but with no educational staff, so there's not going to be any instruction, just some supervision. Also here in Los Angeles, many families.
I mean, they're like not talking about some of the main aspects of this, but like the LAUSD is massive. It's the second largest school district. Is it largest or the second largest? Well, it's one of the largest school districts in the country, right? And one of the things is that, like, they have $5 billion in reserve funds right now that they're not tapping into, and I don't really know why the fuck they're not doing that. Maybe it's because they want to pay the superintendent. I don't know if the reserves are where the superintendent funds come from, but as we know, the LA USD superintendent is getting paid $440,000 a year. That's more than Karen Bass, the mayor of Los Angeles. It's more than the governor Gavin Newsom. It's more than the fucking president, as a matter of fact. So like they have a lot of funds, and it doesn't make any sense not to fucking put some of those funds to use here. But the guy that they put here from Miami, from Florida, is basically there to ensure that this kind of stuff gets washed away quickly. He'll say things like, "We want to pay them more. We are looking into ways of doing it," while never really doing that. You know, it's the entire purpose of people like that is, high ticket fundraiser Democratic Party donors love also robbing the public education coffers and swapping those funds over to charter schools in an effort to undermine public education in general. So, that's precisely what's going on here. It's like one of the last bastions of socialization in the country is also being undermined. That's why you have a lot of these fucking freaks like Lauren Boebert or numerous others talking about how we need to abolish the Department of Education. Like, just really fucked up stuff, man. Really, really fucked up, terrifying shit. The EdTech for-profit company I work for is having tutors act as a scab and cover education during the strike via online tutoring. Many of us feel wrong about it, and I called out today a bunch of corporate bullshit. Their deposits are not reoccurring revenue, so it doesn't make financial sense to use. It's federal COVID relief funds, so they're going to disappear over time and they're not be replenished. Yeah, no, that makes sense. But that is just a in the meantime, we fund you using this reserve that we have and then we put it on the fucking ballot. There's always dollars that you can also move away from one place to the other, for the record. I hope you understand that. Like, Los Angeles is not, like, California, the state of California is a fucking nation state, you know? A pretty big one, too. $5 billion goes a very long way. It would absolutely be enough to, at the very least, hold people over until they either, one, find a way to make more dollars work, take it from other places, or two, put a ballot initiative forward after that to either replenish the reserve funds or by directly funding a pay increase for the staffers inside of the LAUSD.
Good evening, UTLA family. We are in the middle of some fast-moving developments.
I'll just say it like this, though: a lot of the rich moms and dads that I know that do have their children, because they're in nice neighborhoods, they do have their children in public schools, at least for like primary education. Maybe not high school. Maybe they'll move over to a high school that's private, because LA private is like pretty big. They're very upset. They are not very happy with this. They're not happy with the UTLA. They think what the UTLA is doing is really fucked up. They're like, why are you showing solidarity?
Tonight, we connect in our virtual space on the latest news. Up top, I have to say how inspiring last week's rally was. We put more than 45,000 people in the streets of downtown Los Angeles. We dominated the media, and we even caused LAUSD to trend on Twitter. That's the power of UTLA and SEIU United. Shout out to all the members who carpooled together, who metroed together, and who danced together in Grand Park. It was great to see folks who brought their 2019 strike gear, including those tricked out umbrellas I remember all too well from our soggy time on the picket lines. We bring the power and that spirit of the 2019 strike into our work now. Tomorrow, Tuesday, SEIU 99 begins its 3-day UPC strike, and we begin our solidarity strike alongside them. Folks, supporting the SEIU.
I'm asking this as a genuine question. Do you think in your utopia world will there still be incentives? Yes, there are a million different social incentives that will always exist. And yes, I believe some people should, of course, be paid higher than others for, not for more hard work, but for the output. Okay? Especially in a transitional state that we're speaking of. Socialism in and of itself is about the value that you put in and how much more of it, or how much control you have over that value. Not about like equally giving everybody the same for the I hope you understand and provide a reasonable and provide a reasonable answer. I mean, this guy's a 5-month subscriber. He's just like fucking around. I got duped into talking about that, but in your utopia world, get the fuck out, dumbass. I mean, hey, listen, it was an educational moment for a lot of people who maybe also had that question. Right now, people do not get paid off of how much profit that they generate or how much profit the company makes, okay? Or in general, when we talk about profits, okay, it is not considered. Like what to do with that profit would never be considered. Like the people that are generating that value would never have a say in how that profit is discussed or wow, my brain is blanking today. I am really on one. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ. People have no say in how those profits get distributed, okay? Whether it be more, whether it be like, you know, beefing up the marketing budget, whether it be fucking whether it be increasing salaries, whether it be hiring new talent, all that sort of stuff. Okay? That is what people fight for. Unions are one way to at least have a seat at the table when discussions are being made.
Strike is the righteous thing to do. And it is also the strategic thing to do as well. Our solidarity strike is righteous because for far too long, classified staff have suffered with poverty, wages, and disrespect. Local 99 members are teaching assistants, bus drivers, special ed aides, supervision aides, cafeteria workers, campus aides, parent community reps, custodial workers, and more. Our schools do not run without Local 99.
What kind of other incentives might encourage future workers? I'm assuming everything not costing crazy amounts like rent and gas stops money from being as big as an incentive. Why? Like, what I do is not work because I love what I do, and it's it's not for everybody, but it's for me, and I love what I do, and I think I'm very fortunate to be able to have this job. But it's not the money that motivates me to fucking stream 10 hours a day. There are other incentives there, okay? There are other incentives. You get it? It gives me a lot of fulfillment. Okay, I get welcomed by a community of like-minded individuals, like people that created. How did you say this lady has a lot of AIDS? Oh, they were making a fucking South Park style joke. Jesus Christ. I guess agriculture invented itself since there was no money in it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was addicted to streaming before I made money. It was not because like I was going to make a fuckload of money. I never thought I would make this much money. Money isn't the incentive. Money is rarely ever the incentive for a lot of people who are passionate about what they do. The goal is to make sure that like you can pursue your passions when you don't fucking have to struggle to make ends meet.
The average salary of a Local 99 member is $25,000 a year. 24% of Local 99 members have reported that they don't have enough to eat. 1 in 3 Local 99 members have reported being houseless or at risk of becoming houseless while working for LAUSD. Keeping families in poverty affects our students and affects our schools. Their contract expired 2 years ago. They are demanding a 30% pay increase along with equity adjustments.
Bro, as someone who was fortunate enough to be able to find a place to live for free because of a second job that I took on when I first lived in California, and my salary was 21 grand. It is unimaginable to have a 25K salary in Los Angeles. That is insane, okay? I don't know how the fuck any of the... And that was like 10 years ago, too. So that is mind-boggling to me. The fact that these people are getting paid 25 grand is mind-boggling. That is literally unlivable in like Alabama, dude. What the fuck? It's unimaginable. Unimaginable. Hasan looking so sexy in the suit. Totally not my type, but still hot. Like, I could totally see why people would want him badly, but, like, not my thing. Thanks, man. These aren't teacher salaries, for the record. These are custodians and staff and you know, I guess special needs staff, like people that fucking drive bus drivers that drive the special needs kids. Like, shit like that, you know, still profoundly important, but it doesn't even fucking matter. Like, it doesn't even matter because, like, no one should be working a full-time job where the amount of money that they make is not a living wage. 25K does not even come close to meeting the bottom barrier of that. Okay?
Full-time hours and health insurance for those who do not have it. Carvalho, who negotiated a $90,000 increase to his own salary and who makes $440,000 a year, said Local 99 members were creating a circus by fighting for basic living wages. This strike is specifically in protest of the dozens of unfair labor practices that LAUSD has been committing against SEIU Local 99 members. Our solidarity strike is also
I also have a good propaganda point for this. Like, this guy is a Florida guy. Like, California has a lot of faults, okay? California has a lot of failures, but in many ways, despite being a neoliberal shithole for the most part, there are certain things that California does right? You know, whether it be like Governor Gavin Newsom posturing against Walgreens or shit like that, defending trans rights, things of that nature, right? And no, I don't mean California has a lot of faults like the San Andreas fault. Good one, though. So, you know, don't fucking Florida my California, bitch. I pay a lot of taxes, motherfucker, okay? All right? I pay a lot of fucking taxes. I don't want some Florida fuckface coming in here and making my California education system closer to Florida. I don't want that shit. Get the fuck out of here. As a rich guy, I don't like that, okay? Pay the fucking custodians more. What the hell is this bullshit? Pay a lot in fucking taxes. Why is that always going to the police force? Meanwhile, you fucking call the cops for anything, you're going to get put on hold. Let's be real. LAPD, always on hold, baby. Yeah, as a rich guy. Yeah, I don't like that. You know? Anyway.